I don't think we're streaming.
We're not streaming. What?
I think the stream went down. Let me just try this again.
Okay.
Wait a second, because it's not live.
Did it go down?
I think so.
Oh no.
Okay, so we're live now. I'm not sure if we were live before. So if someone can tell me if we were streaming anything at all until this point. If not, we'll just have to go back again, man. I hope not. Oh, technical
Did we get
issues.
rugged? We got rugged by YouTube? Oh no.
I think so. Let me see. Let me ask here, my dear colleagues, if we're live now. Anyone in the chat that can tell us? Since we have some viewers. Oh, it's live now, but only now, right? So it wasn't live before.
Oh no. Okay, we can go back.
Okay,
I'll stay extra while.
Let's clear this. And okay, so first of all, let's begin this again. We're here, me and Steve from KDABet, to do a walkthrough with Pact. We did it already, but we started it, but it seems that no one saw it. So we'll do it again. That's okay. Actually, a good test run for us. It was going so well. So what we're doing now, we'll install Pact on my machine. Steve will be guiding me because I have no idea how to do any of this. I'm like a programmer noob right now. So Steve will be helping me so that you can see how easy this all is. Steve, what do you have to say about what we're doing today? Let people know again.
So yeah, look, I mean, okay, so just make sure we watch YouTube in case they rug us again. So I think we were on for 2 seconds and we got rugged.
Yep.
But it's all good. We can just go over the commands again because they're fairly simple. So the idea is that if you don't know anything about Pact and you're not a programmer, but you really want to make things, you should be able to build things on Linux and not just the tutorials. So many of the tutorials are on the interpreter on the website that Kadena provides, which doesn't really give you the flavor of actually building things in a Linux distribution, which is where most people are going to build. So given our time here, 45 minutes, we should be able to write some functions in Kadena on a smart contract in a module and be able to get some output and check how things work. So the very first thing that we want to do is install Pact. Since of course we got rugged, so it's already half installed. We should just go back through the commands.
Yep.
And share with people. So just keep an eye on YouTube as always, and let's make sure we're up while we're doing this. So press the up key into the first command. So guys, we already went through a lot of the commands, so we'll just go through and explain them to you again. So all the way back we go. Okay, that's the first one. So the very first thing you want to do is update your Linux distribution. Yeah, so we can do it again. That never hurts to update it again.
Yep. Maybe someone pushed something in the meantime.
I know, like a quantum AI or something that solves all your problems. You never know. But yeah, so we update it and then we upgrade, not full upgrade, but just upgrade.
Just upgrade, okay.
Yeah, okay. Just upgrade all your software. And good job, Afonso. Afonso, you got all of your.
Who knew? Who knew?
Ubuntu upgraded. It's beautiful. So the next thing you want to do, what was the next command that we did? Nope, no.
Not this. Sorry. Maybe just remember what we need to do after. So we want to get Pact, right?
Yeah, that's right. We can just do it again.
It's nothing like this. Okay, just do it again.
Go all the way back. Okay, we'll just do it again. Yeah, that's fine. So the very next thing you want to do is you want to install Z3. Okay, so what Z3 is, it's the formal verification software that Pact is built on,
Okay.
and you need that to install Pact. So and that's in their install instructions. So it's fairly easy. So what you do is you go sudo for super user do,
Okay.
and then apt install. So apt is just a function that looks into a database of repositories, and you can get many programs for your Ubuntu distro.
Okay.
Install, and then you go Z3 or Z3 if you like.
That like that, right? Let's do it.
That's right. Press the return. Of course, we already built it because we got rugged, but that's okay. It's
Okay.
in there, and you have Z3 now. In fact, press Z3. Z3 usage information. Okay, you have to feed it a file, but it's there. So Z3 is there. You know it's installed. So the next thing we wanted to do was we needed to go and get the Pact file or the Pact zip code. So what Pact does is they provide you a link, and that's where they zip up all of their binary for installation on your computer. So you use wget.
We use wget. Okay.
Wget, and then get that link that we got you. And
this link, it's the first comment on the second, actually, on the YouTube comments, because I thought we were live and I just posted there. So I'll just get it again. Here. Let's try and copy it. It worked so fine the other time. Let's see if it works again. Of course, now it's not working, right? Okay, now it's my fault. Copy. Select. Oh, let me just open it. It's easier.
Yeah, take your time.
Let's try again.
Not going nowhere.
Okay, now it should work. Okay, there we go.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's good. So that's just wget. Wget just uses a URL and gets you the file.
Actually, we are doing this inside the Pact folder already, because we didn't come back to home, I think.
Maybe just show the make directory command. So
okay.
So to make a directory in Linux, if you don't know, it's mkdir, and then Pact.
Okay, Pact. So we'll do a Pact inside Pact.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that because we already made Pact, unfortunately. So you would go one directory back. So to go back a directory, cd ... Okay, and then you would do it there. That's where you would do it. So that's where you would make the directory, right? And then you can see Pact is already created because we had created it while we were not live streaming. So mkdir space Pact makes that directory.
Yeah, exactly.
And then now we can go into the Pact folder.
Like this?
That's right.
Okay.
Change directory, and then you can list everything in there just to see what's in there.
This command lists everything inside the folder we're currently on, right?
Yeah, A is for all. Yeah.
Okay.
And you see, in fact, we have the zip there, but of course we already had it there because we were already streaming. So what you can do is you can go RM for remove. You can remove the redundant one. So Pact, press tab, and then .1.
Like that, right?
Boom. Betcha.
No longer there. Okay.
Everything is good. And so what we did before was we installed a application called unzip so that we can unzip the zip folder, right? Everyone knows what zip is. So maybe you can just retype out what you did. I think it was
sudo yeah. Sudo
apt install unzip.
Like that, right?
Yeah, that's all it was. And then you can press return, doesn't hurt. It's already installed, so
yeah,
already says it's already, but that's how you would install it. So now you have your unzip command, and then you unzipped it by just simply unzip in the file name.
Like that, right?
Yeah, it won't hurt anything.
It will duplicate that, right?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. You can do it again just for the
replace. Let's replace. Yeah, let's do it.
Why not? Hopefully
Okay.
it's the same code. That would be bad if it wasn't.
It's the same. And we're
Okay,
good.
now we're at the point of where
We're back.
we're up.
We're back.
We're back.
And
Okay,
I think we're still live. We're still live. Okay, all good.
wonderful. So
Let's see
now we're
what.
at the point now where we're going to make the Pact binary an executable in Linux so that we can actually run Pact and do things with it. So
Okay.
the thing that we want to do now is use a command called change and modify, CHMOD.
Like that, right?
Changes and modifies a file or a binary or whatever.
Okay.
And then what we want to do is call it an executable. And the way you do that is you go plus X.
Like that?
That's right. And then you're going to space and then give it the thing that you want to make into an executable, which is Pact. Done.
Okay.
Now LSA. These are little things, but they're important. Now you see it's green.
Green. Yeah, it's an executable. Okay.
Now we're good. So now what we want to do is the confusing part about, I think to some people who are new, not into Linux, is you have to add this new executable to the path. So what a path is you want to type the word pact in what is called your bash, and that's what your blinking cursor is. It's
Okay.
a interpreter that allows you to type in commands and run things. So if you type pact now, so just type pact, press return, it's going to return garbage, right?
Yep.
Because I don't know, I don't know what you mean. I haven't found anything, and so they give you instructions to add it to the path in the Kadena install, but they don't really tell you how to do that. And you know, it's easy for guys who program, it's nothing. But if you don't program and you're a noob, you don't know, right? It's going to take you some time. You got to Google. Let's just do it really quick. So go cd ... to get back to your home folder. Space ... always space.
Still learning.
Change directory. And now what we're going to do is we are going to add the Pact executable that you just made to Linux's path. So what path is, it's a variable which describes all the little programs that you can, shortcut to. Basically, you're giving a path to the actual location of the executable. That's all it is. So the way you do that is you look at a file called .bash rc. So LSA, you can see it.
So how do we do it? Sorry, how do we do it?
So make a list or list all.
Okay.
And you'll see that you have a nice file there called .bash rc.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that file just governs the things that control your bash, which is the blinking cursor there.
Got it. Okay.
Or the REPL behind that. So you want to go now, you want to use Vim, and Vim is your inbuilt editor for Linux. And so we've already set up Vim. We're going to tell you how to do it all. And what Vim does is it allows you to edit that file. So go .bash rc.
Okay.
And then press return. And now the editor opens up. Look at that. So this is your bash rc file, and it just governs all the little things that govern your little input interpreter there.
Okay.
The bash, they call it. So go all the way to the bottom of this guy, all the way to the bottom. And the way to do that is actually, so in Vim, there's shortcuts to do that.
Okay.
You can press Shift down to go faster.
Ooh, I'm all the way down.
Vim is its own universe, man. You'll learn the efficiency, Spock level efficiency from Star Trek. Amazing. So what you want to do is you want to press the insert command now.
Insert.
Yeah. So it's the delete insert button.
Yeah, I have insert. Okay.
There you go. Now go right one and press return a couple times. Okay. So simple. Now we're going to type something in here that installs the path that we need. And the way that you install a path is you write export.
Oh, he knows it. Okay.
Space. And then write path in capital letters. And then we're going to express what we want to add to the path. So go equals. And then double quote,
No, double quotes. Sorry.
Yeah, double quotes. Inside the double quotes, you want to tell it where that pact executable is. So go /home /user. So you can /money sign user in capital letters.
Okay.
And so that just gives you the
My user.
username.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a nice way to do that fast.
Yeah.
And then go /pact. So that goes to that pact folder we were talking about.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is go double dot or colon,
Hmm.
and then money sign path, all in capitals.
Gotcha.
There you go. That's all you need to do. And now pact is added to the path. So what you do is now you go double dot or colon.
I need to not
Sorry,
insert, right? I need to leave insert, maybe.
press escape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now.
Vim takes a little while to get used to, but
Yeah.
when you
Okay.
get used to it, it's 10 times faster than anything else. Trust me, you'll love it in time.
I'm ready for it.
High learning curve though. So WQ is now write and quit, and that's what you want to do.
Okay.
Write and quit. Yeah.
Done. Nice.
Now what we have to do is close off Ubuntu and restart it so that it loads bash RC
Okay.
up. Actually, no, there's a way to do this. I think it's called source. You know what? Instead of wasting time, just close it off, restart
Okay.
it.
I'll close Ubuntu. What? Oop.
Yeah,
I just opened a new Ubuntu for some reason. Close all Windows. Let's get it up again.
actually really naughty. There's a way to do that called source, but it's just really, really quick to open a new one. And now you should have Pact installed. So
Okay.
test it. Type Pact.
I'm
Look
inside
at
Pact.
that. What?
Whoa.
Now we have the Pact interpreter all set up. And now let's test a function. So Pact is written in a language called Lisp. Well, it's actually written in Haskell, but its interpreter is Lisp.
Okay.
And the reason why they do that is it's just a very nice way and succinct way of writing functions. And so we're going to learn a Lispy way of giving Pact commands.
Okay.
And in Lisp, every function, every command is always wrapped in brackets. So what you always want to do is when you're telling Pact to do something, you use a open bracket and close bracket. So that's the first thing you type.
Let's go. I'm
So
ready.
simple. Now you have to give it an operation that you want to do. So
Okay.
let's try plus. We're going to add two things together, space, and then two sets of double quotes with a space in between them.
Like this?
Nope.
Sorry. Okay. I got it.
Yeah. And then we'll type a mock.
Mock. Ooh, mock. Like that.
Does Pact even work? Let's see.
Let's see. Mock.
Right, there we go. So you're just adding two strings together. And so there's many operations. And I think it's just helpful to go to the place where those operations live.
Okay.
So if you have a Chrome or a Brave browser open, maybe we can just show people where to go when you're trying to learn, what the heck Pact can even do.
Let me
And there's
just
a nice place for that.
do
that we
something
wanna-
real quick.
I'll get you the link. So there's a lot of places to go and read about Pact, but there's one place that is the real place. That's the documentation. So it's Pact language, read the docs. So what I'll do is I'll cut and paste the link for you again.
Look at that. Just open this site. Okay.
What? You got it already?
It was the last thing I was doing on Brave.
Oh, KDABet, our terrible website that we're redesigning. Boy, did we ever get flack for that. You gotta put out $100,000 website these days, man.
It's simple. It's good. Don't worry, man. So you're sending me the link?
Just getting it for you now. Okay. Now I'm gonna paste it into the chat.
Okay.
And this is the place where you should always go
I'll post it on the YouTube
On the YouTube, yeah,
commentaries
that's
as well, so people know what we're doing. And we're still live, man. Nice.
we didn't get rugged. Okay, I'm happy. I'm just happy. We won't get as far as we want today, but we'll get to the point where we're writing a few cool functions in Pact. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the place where Pact lives. Okay, this is the
Okay.
documentation, and everything that encapsulates Pact is here, including the concepts and the why they chose the things to do, and the various syntaxes.
Nice.
So everything is really here. And you know, sometimes it's a little difficult if you're not a codemeister to pick it all apart, but this is your Bible right now, and the
Okay.
best place we have to go for Pact, because it just tells you everything it can do. So what I want you to do quickly is just go to built-in functions on the side there. So just to see what we did with the mock, go to operators.
Okay.
You see, this looks very familiar.
Oh, plus, that's it. Okay.
Okay, so now look at the function that it's talking about there. So what it's doing is it's telling you can add an integer and a decimal together, or an integer and an integer together, or even two strings together, or even objects together.
Oh, you can use it for strings as well. Nice.
Yeah, it's a general concatenation operator. And then you can see there's many operators there. There's even math functions in there, which I was complaining about. I went on Twitter and said, Kadena IO, why are there no math functions? And then I went here and found math functions. So I'm an idiot. But, you know, there's a lot of nice things there that you could do. And this is where you go to learn everything that you can do in Kadena.
Nice.
And so, you know, we'll move on from that, because, you know, we can spend 5 years here going through it all. But this is where you come when you need to look for capabilities.
It's kind of the library for the Pact thing, right?
Yeah, it's a very succinct, it's very terse, but everything is there. Everything is documented. So it's very nice. So the next thing we want to do is, you know, we want to write files so that we can load them in to our little interface here. So we need to build two things, a REPL and a Pact file. Okay. So REPL, what is it for again? Run something loop.
It's run. I actually heard that like 2 days ago. It's
I always forget.
I don't remember it as well.
I just call it REPL. Hold on. It's good to run, evaluate.
Oh yeah, run about. I don't know the rest as well.
I always forget. I never have enough coffee to remember. It's my problem. But
I'll
just write it in.
Read, eval, print, loop.
Print loop. Yeah. That's because I'm not a real computer scientist like our co-founder Martin. I'm a mathematician who became a computer scientist, so always fake. So REPL, yeah, run, eval, print loop.
Okay.
So we need to make our REPL first, and then we can write a Pact file. So we'll explain what all that is step by step. So go Control D to get out of this.
Control V?
Control D.
Oh, D, sorry. Okay.
And that leaves Pact. That's how you exit Pact. Okay, great. You know, usually you're not going to interact with Pact like this, but it's just nice because we want input output and we just want to test things. So Pact just gives you a nice way to, because usually you run a server where you can interact with it with the front end. And then you can, through an API, you send commands to the Pact Smart Contract on testnet. And then it can do things because you're running functions. But here it just gives you a nice place.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I know. I get into the weeds, but generally you're not going to do things this way, but this is how you just test things out the first time, which is our intention. So we're going to write a little REPL together. And what I want you to do is I want you to use, before we do that, we should talk about Vim actually.
Oh yeah, how we got there, right?
Yeah, we need to install Vim Pact, okay? And so what I want to do is actually do that. So I'll stay for another 20 minutes longer than we intended, just so that we can get this done, because it's important that your editor has the Pact language plugin for that, so that it looks all nice when you're coding it and stuff. Otherwise, it'll be very painful. So Vim, of course, is our text editor. And what I want you to do is go list A and just show everyone what we did. And so what you have is that Vim RC file that comes with every Linux distro, and that's already there. Mm-hmm. And you have the .vim folder. So if you can please go to the .vim folder.
Like this?
That's right. And let's take a look what's in there. And then auto load. Go look at what's in there. So you have to use make dir, or make directory, so to make these folders. So what you do is you go make directory .vim, make directory auto load, make directory plugged. Okay. And now what I want you to do there is just list what's in there. And that's plug.vim. Now that file is very important because that's called the Vim minimalistic plugin installer. Now I'm going to get you this. It's just very important to do this. I'm going to go and get you this link right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it in the chat again. You can put it in the chat for everyone. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. So what is this link that you sent me so people understand?
It goes to the GitHub repository for June Gun's Vim plugin editor or installer. Sorry. So this little tiny program installs all of these nice additions to Vim, so that your editor isn't a blank gray screen, and it's actually nice and plugged in with Pact's official Vim Pact upgrade to your editor. So it just makes all the nice words like colored and separates everything. And you really need that for efficiency, I think. So it's just nice. So what you do is you go to that GitHub and you get the file plug.vim.
Should we go into the so people can see what we're doing? Here?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. So go down into install command. So go down into Linux. So you see that curl there? You want to grab that curl.
Okay, there's a button here.
Yeah.
And then maybe we shouldn't do this again, right? Here.
No, that's fine.
It's fine.
Just don't press return. Just paste it first.
Okay.
Okay. So what you want to do now is you see that first directory.
Yes.
Curl.f capital L O. Mm-hmm. You want to go and you want to change that directory to the one you're in right now, which is just /. So I know that's confusing, but you can move.
Oh, oops. What the?
It's just that's multi-line. That's all that is. So go to the other part of the command. There you go. Yeah, simple. And then go to this where that squirrely line is, or squiggly line. Mm-hmm. Now delete that entire entry all the way to plug.vim.
All the way to plug.vim. Sorry.
Press space, so there's still a space between flow. Okay. Yep. And press delete.
Oh, you delete. Oh, for the other side. Okay. Until where?
All the way to plug.vim.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's a long way.
Because you're in the auto load folder already, right?
Okay.
Just makes it less complex. And then what you want to do is put a dot in front of that. So // means this directory, literally this directory. Okay. Now press return. Oh, it's multi-line. Oh, press return again.
No, sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Multi-line. So now what that does is it puts a Vim plug right in your autoloader. Beautiful. Okay. So check it.
Like this?
Usually you don't have to check, but it doesn't hurt. There it is. That's exactly what we want. So now go cd ... twice. You go back to your home directory.
Okay.
Now let's open up vim.vimrc.
Open up like this, cd? No.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, Vim.
Oh, just the Vim.
Yeah, we want to look at what's in Vim.
Like this?
VimRC. That's right. So I provided this for you beforehand to make your Vim life a little easier. This is a very minimalistic setup for us where, and maybe I'll just get the maybe you can actually provide this file when we're done, actually.
Sure.
And then we can just plug it in the comments. It's very small, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on here is you're setting GUI colors. Okay, so that's just a setting for the nice colors that you're seeing. And then where the action happens is in the plugs. So that Vim plug that executable that we just downloaded takes these things called plugs and it installs these nice little additions to your Vim editor.
Okay.
And you see the one that we really care about is Vim Pact.
This one, yeah. Okay.
Except we added a nice colors and this thing called Nerd Tree. So there's a few extra things in there. Oh, I think I have Elm in there too, which is a Haskell front end. Okay. So basically all we really care about is Vim Pact in the groove box for the colors. So the way that you would install this, so you can provide this file for the people. In general, all you really need is Vim Pact, and you see the plug begin and the plug end is the critical piece.
Okay.
So you see plug $sign begin and plug $sign end. That's where all your plugs live.
Okay.
Yes. And you see, do you notice that in the begin, you see where the Vim plugin is? Of course, it's the home directory, which is the squirty brace.
Okay, and .vim.
Yeah, .vim and plugged. Oh, okay, that's exactly where I installed that. And now what you do is you can install all this stuff, if you like the things that I use, but generally just Vim Pact is what matters. And the way you install this in Vim is to press double-dot or colon if you like.
Okay.
And what that does in Vim is it allows you to run commands.
Okay.
Instead of typing text. Then go plug install with a capital P and a capital I. Correct.
Like this?
That's right. Press return.
Sorry, I have a cat issue right now. Let me just remove my cat.
Yeah, mine's sleeping on the desks. It's
okay.
Not being a pain today. Okay, great. I mean, we already installed it before, but you can see it installs everything, and then you can go double.q, quits out of there, and then everything will be nice. And so let's actually go and test that this actually now works, that Vim Pact actually works with Vim itself. So quit out of this.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
All right. Then I want you to go change directory to Pact. We're going to create a Pact file now.
Oh, make directory?
No, it's change directory. That's CD, yeah, to Pact.
Okay.
Now I want you to, so the way you create a new file is go Vim.
Okay.
And then we're just going to give it, so we're going to create a dice game over the next, we're going to probably do about 4 sessions to get this done and push it onto mainnet and actually throw some dice, and maybe you'll take me for some KDA.
I can't wait for that. Yeah.
It'll take about 4 hours of YouTube to get that done. But right now we're just going to create a very, very simple Pact file called dicegame.pact.
Okay. Dice game?
Or actually, let's call it bar dice, because that's what it actually is. You know,
what?
You throw dice in the bar, right?
Bar dice?
Bar,
all lowercase?
Yep. .pact.
Like that, right?
And that tells it it's a Pact file. So press return. And it takes you right into Vim, and here we are.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So let's test that Vim Pact is actually working. And of course, always when you're writing Lisp, you start with what?
Like that. Oh, wait. I need to put it insert, right? No.
Yes, insert. That's right. Insert.
Okay, I still remember. Now we do this.
Now go defun. That's a definition of a function.
D or DE?
Oh, sorry, DE, a defun.
Like defun. That? Okay.
Look at that. Okay, so
it knows.
It's colored automatically. So that's what the Vim plugin does. But let's actually write a function. So let's call it hello world, or just hello.
Oh, like that?
Lowercase h.
Oh.
Picky.
Okay. Picky. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Lowercase h.
Oh, damn! I'm dumb. Like that. Okay.
That's right. And then a function takes inputs, so you got to put double braces again inside the braces after hello.
Like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And this becomes a function. And now what you want to do is press return twice, so you move the bracket down. It's more orderly.
Okay.
I noticed that. Oh, no. One over. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Or one over the other way.
Not like this.
No, sorry. Back, one over to the right, not the left, but the right.
Like this here. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So I put my function inside the diff fun. Okay.
yeah.
Because
Pact likes to do it a little different, actually. The guys at Kadena do it. They're a little more terse than I, but I like it because it separates the flow
okay.
a lot nicer like
And
that. So
so
what you want to do?
we have no inputs on hello. That's because that's what was confusing. Okay. The
Yeah, we don't need it because we're just going to output text.
okay.
Period. So what you want to do is now every function you should comment what it does, and the way you do that is just with double quotes.
Like that.
So the next line, which is optional, but usually you should do this in every function. Always comment your code
Okay.
every time. Otherwise, nobody knows what you're doing. And this
Okay.
function is just to say hello world. I say hello world to you.
Okay. I say hello world.
Yep. Just type in a description. No, don't double quote it. Otherwise, you escape it.
Okay.
Just say, I say hello to you.
Let's see. Okay.
Perfect. And now we're going to write the return. And again, it's just so simple. A return in list-based function is just the very last thing that you write. So for instance, you could, you can take many clauses in a function. It's actually good to explain what a function is. You can take many clauses in a function. So for instance, type in double braces again, type in the plus mock thing.
Okay. And oh, not this double. Like this.
No, double brace, you had it right.
Oh, God. Uh.
The plus operator in there. And
Oh, I think my camera went out. I'll just.
that's is YouTube still up?
Yeah, we're running on YouTube. Don't worry. And mock.
Okay. And then mock.
Mock. Okay. Got it.
Okay, so that's going to be your return, and then mock will appear.
Okay.
But now press return and write another. So you can just return a string and make a double quotes now.
Double quotes?
Or sorry, double quotes, not double brace, double quotes.
Yeah.
And just go hello world. Okay, now I'm going to explain what's going on here.
It's kind of weird. Okay.
So what goes on in a function is you define the function and the inputs, you comment it, and then what's inside that is called the body of the function. And the body can be many little functions. That's what's going on here. So the two functions running here is add two strings together and then display a final string. Sorry, my Telegram's going wild here.
Don't worry.
You never stop.
Let me just ask something. So why is this a comment like the first one and the last one isn't?
Well, let's go right now. That's a great question. Let's go to, geez, I got to turn Telegram off here. When they go, they go. Bye-bye. Okay, let's actually go to the documentation that I set you up with. All right, we go look. If you don't know, you go look.
Yep.
And so type in define into search. It's just quick, much quicker. And defun.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
Now let's go look at the documentation. So all that is a description of what's going on. So you gave it a name, an argument list with an optional documentation, and then the body of the function. So that's what we were talking about. So that first quote is a special place for optional documentation.
Okay.
So that's very important. So if the quote is put in that exact position. Sorry, my Telegram again. How do I cancel them?
Uninstall. So this one, it just works because it's right after this first.
Yeah, it's in a special position where that
Okay.
means documentation rather than a string.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a string, but it is specially handled by the code underlying the hood in Pact, in Haskell, in the Pact language, right? So that's all that's happening.
And
And
this
then
is the only way you can comment stuff is in here.
that's right. You can also use an @ doc, but that's beyond the scope of.
No, no. Okay. Let's stick with this one right now. Okay.
Right. And the way that you can, yeah, so that's good. So what's important in the body is to understand that plus mock is still going to run, but it's not going to be the return of the function.
Okay.
The return is going to be hello world.
So if the last thing is the only one that returns, that's basically.
That's right.
Okay.
Because it's a function, and the body of the function runs, but it's only the last declaration that returns.
And you don't need to specify that it's a return. It just returns the last
thing,
variable.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. So this by itself isn't going to run because we need a REPL to do things. So we better explain what that is. So right now we're just going to leave this. The whole point of this was to show that Vim Pact works. And so you see the nice coloring, and as you type in different things, it'll be all separated. It's all very nice. So we just want to write quit out of this. So $WQ.
So what do you write, man? Sorry.
Press escape first to get out of insert.
Okay.
We'll come back to this file. Press escape, and then $WQ.
So to write it and quit, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's just going to sit there on the side until we're ready for it. So what we have to do now is make a Bardice REPL. So go Vim, bardice.REPL. Okay.
Can I enter? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's going to create a new file.
Okay.
And we're going to write the most dead simple REPL known to man. So what a REPL is it sets up the environment for your print loop system, your read, evaluate, print loop system. Okay, so when we load Pact, we're going to load the REPL, and that REPL will load up all your modules, and it can do many, many other things. It's very, very rich. But for now, we just want to load up a single module and see if things run.
So let me just so simplify. If we don't have a REPL, we cannot run any code from Pact, like any functions.
No, I don't think you can actually do that. You need the read, evaluate, print loop file to set everything up. Okay. I believe. I'm not too sure. I can't say I know all ends about code, but I think you really do need a REPL to run things.
Okay.
It's very important to set up this loop structure. So let's do this. So what I want you to do is do double parentheses again. Always in Lisp, you do a double. What we're going to do is we're going to set up what's called the environmental data. And what this does, all Pact modules need a key to open up that module. If you do not have the key, you cannot use that module. And they do this on purpose because they protect the critical functions inside of a smart contract from anyone just accessing it via an API. So what the REPL does is it sets up the environment and the keys that can be used to unlock the functionality in the modules and to access the data in the database. So the very first thing we want to do is use this command called env data.
How do you say it?
env for environment, env dash data.
Dash data, like that?
Right, and that's a function, and we'll go take a look at it when we're done writing it. And then what I want two curly braces, space, two curly braces. So curly braces is an object. That's what we call an object. No, curly braces.
Oh, curly braces. Sorry, man. Like this?
Yeah.
That's it?
Two curly braces and close it off. And now in there, what we're going to do is we're going to define a key set. Okay, and so go double quotes and call it Bardice dash key set.
Like this, key set.
That's right.
Okay.
And now this is an object. That's what curly braces are. And so what you do is you give it the key and the value. And so you need a double dot or a colon if you like.
After the outside the parent, the double quotes, or inside?
Exactly where you were,
Like
outside the double quotes.
here?
No, no, no.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
no, no.
Here?
Double dot.
Double dot, okay.
No, no, colon.
Okay, sorry. Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, no.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm dumb. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So this is how an object is. Actually, let's go and look at an object so you understand. So let's go back to the documentation.
Let's
type in
object.
Always a beautiful, beautiful documentation. I don't know why I ever complained. It's so great.
Right here?
Object. Yeah. Okay. And this tells you what an object is. All right. Oh, these are object operators. Actually, instead, I want you to go to syntax. I just know where this is offhand, I believe. Type. Or literals, actually, sorry.
And there we go.
Objects. There we go. Now let's read. So just so you understand, right? And then, so in Pact, an object is defined by curly braces. You give it a key called foo, and then you give it a colon to separate the key from the value, and then you give it the value. So it's just called a key value tuple.
Okay.
Or in this case, I guess it's an object. It's not a tuple because it's not two. It's many key value pairs inside of a.
Basically, it's like a matrix, right? Where one thing is bind to the other.
No, not a matrix. It's more like an object is like a. I guess in Erlang we call that a tuple. I don't know what they call it in Lisp, but the tuple is just curly braces. It's an object with key value pairs. So it's many tuples. So a tuple is two things, key and a value.
Okay, so let's try and give an example of an object. So if we want to define like a classroom, okay? Can we make a classroom an object? And where maybe we have student names and grades, and that's a key, that's a pair?
That's right, that's a key. So Stephen A+.
Okay.
Every time.
Every time. And Afonso C+. I tried, man. I tried. Your
parents are very angry. I could see. No, that's good. My parents would get mad if I didn't get A's. So it was a tough time for me in life, but you get the idea. So you can see the return in Pact, right? Where you have foo3 bar baz. So it directly explains what an object is, and the value can be a function. You see, +1, 2.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be static. It can be a function too. So it's very rich, beautiful stuff, and we love it. So that's what an object is. We can go back.
Okay.
And that's what you were building here. You're telling the environmental data that you're building an object where you have this thing called Bardice key set, and you're going to give it a string, a list of keys.
Okay.
So go space, and the list is done by square braces.
Okay.
So lists are fundamental, just lists of things, strings, decimals, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. And what you're going to do is you're going to give it a single string, and it's going to be a key set. You're going to call it bardice./key.
Okay, bardice.
Bardice dash key, sorry.
Sorry?
Dash. Yeah, that's right. Dash key.
Okay.
Okay, so you set up some data now, environmental data. You're like, okay, now I have an object. There's this thing called Bardice key set, and it's just exactly this. It's a list with a string in it, and that's going to act as a key. Okay. Stupidly simple. The next thing we want to do is we have to, after this line in line 2, we need to make another.
Oh, no. This time, no. Sorry.
That function is closed. We're done. So that function is done. So the REPL will just go through every line and run those functions in order.
Okay.
So now what we want to do is we want to make something called env key, the environmental key.
Okay. Same thing now.
Keys, actually, plural.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, that's a great key, man.
No one
Smart
will get
contract.
this one. Okay, keys. Okay.
Keys. Yeah, that's right. And then just without, just return a list there. So it just needs a list, is what it needs.
Okay, list is like this.
Yep. And then bar dice key.
The string, right?
Yeah. And we'll go look at all this quickly before we write our first function, and that'll probably take us to the end.
Okay.
And make sure it's env keys.
Yo, it's not right.
Environmental keys. We'll go look at all these functions before we leave today. And then what you want to do is you want to open up your transactions and close your transactions. At least I think that's what TX means. So let's go and write a new function on line 3.
Okay.
And we're gonna begin all of our transactions. Okay. So what that means is you're gonna go begin -tx. We'll go look at what all this means in the documentation. It's pretty dry stuff, but this is how you learn about Pact. You know?
But
and then
sorry.
Yeah, you don't need the space there, but that's okay. And then on line 4, you want to go commit -tx. Okay, so what this is you're going to load up outside modules. Okay, you're going to load up things that you wrote in Pact into your REPL.
Okay.
So this is the loading area. You call it the loading docks of your smart contract. So in between begin and commit is where you load things. So let's do that. So make a return at line 3. So there's something in between begin and commit.
So here?
Yeah, that's right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to load that Pact file that we created.
Okay, we need this, right?
Yes, always. And then load space bardice.pact. Oh, but to resolve it, we must put it in quotes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Always an adventure when you're talking about code.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's a REPL there, actually. And actually, there's one more thing I want you to do that makes life easy on you if you are a developer that just can't pick it up all fast. I always use this one now because the guys at Kadena told me about this one. And so in line 1, you want to make a new line 1. So right there. And what you want to do is make a new function. And we're going to use a new environmental command called env-exec-config.
Dash what?
Config.
Config, okay.
Okay, so what Kadena did was they took away all their rich error messaging, which is great because it floods up their public smart contracts and with more data, and they don't want that clogging up the mining or anything like that. It's just annoying. There's more data that has to be processed. So gas fees go up, I think, with more data you got to read. But for us, when we're just testing things, we want to what's called disabling the inline memory check. Okay, what does that mean? They do this thing called inlining that makes things efficient, except that inlining would inline all of the error messages and create a lot of extra hassle for their public stuff. So they took it out, but we want to add it back in. So the argument to this function, environment exec config, is just a list.
Okay.
Super simple, just a list. And then we want to give single quotes or double, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then go disable with a capital D. And then inline with a capital I.
Space, right?
Nope. No space.
No space.
All one.
Inline.
Capital M. EM for the mem.
Mem, okay.
And then check is CHECK.
So
like a check.
Mem check?
Yeah, but a capital C.
Okay.
Okay, this is the dumbest REPL on the face of the earth, but it's going to work. Okay, so
But
what
it's
have we done?
ours. It's dumb, but it's ours.
So what we want to do is write the dumbest module on the face of the earth, load it up and see it actually work. So all we're doing here is we're setting up our environmental data. We're beginning transactions.
Okay.
We load up the pact and then we close it. Done. So double dot, write and quit. You're done.
I need to take the insert. Oh, how do I not insert stuff?
Escape.
Escape again. Okay, sorry. Double dot. WQ, right?
Yeah. Done. Okay, superb. Now we're going to finish off the main part of the tutorial, and then we're going to write the pact. So go vim bardice pact again, just the 2 ups will get you there. So in Linux, you can just press up. So easy. Yeah, the command history.
Right here.
And now we're gonna actually write something called a module here. So we need to explain what a module is. A module. So all pact is like ultra simple. It's ultra simple. Pact is just made for transactions. This is it. It's made to facilitate simple transactions that save into a database or a data table, sorry. I guess Pact is a distributed database in all reality, but in your modules, you have these little things called tables where your data lives.
Okay.
So, and then you have functions like the one you just wrote. And then you have schemas, which describe the data. And then you have what's called key sets, where access is controlled. So remember, in the REPL, we set up a key set. Okay, so when you load the REPL, that key is going to get loaded.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is protect our module first and foremost. So always protect your modules with key sets. This is the whole point of Pact. So make a new line number 1 and just space that function down. We'll use it later, don't erase it. And then what we want to do is write a function right at line number 1, always when you're writing a module. And we're going to use define key set function.
Define?
Yeah.
Like that?
That's right. Dash key set.
Sorry, key set.
So we're going to define the key set that we will allow this module to be accessed. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is you want to add in a variable. So in Lisp, you do that with a single quote.
Okay.
Right, single quote. Just one.
Oh.
A single quote in front of an atom, which is an unquoted string. Type in dice game dash admin.
Dash
admin.
Like that?
Yep. When we finish this tutorial, we'll go through all that. So this one might go a little long, but that's fine.
Okay.
You usually don't want to go over an hour, but F it. We'll do it. So press space again, and then you're going to make another function inside that function.
Okay.
Or another, so parentheses. Okay, or you're asking it to evaluate whatever is inside that. And what you're going to do is you're going to use the read key set function. So read dash key set.
Okay.
Right. And now what we want to do is we want to press space, or sorry, not dice game, bar dice, we called it bar dice. So instead of dice game, it's bar dice. And sorry.
Don't worry.
We're defining.
We're getting there.
This variable is a reading of the key set of bar dice key set.
Oh, do I need the single?
Yeah, you're already getting it. Yeah, that's right, because it's a variable,
right? Yeah, okay.
Because you're loading it in transactions, right?
Yeah.
In the REPL. So yeah, you totally get it. Jeez, you're getting better than me, man. So now that's done.
1 second. We're getting close to 1 hour. I don't know if this will shut down the stream because it's the first time I'm doing it. So if it shuts down, we'll continue this in the next. But let's go. I don't think it will. Sorry, just so people know.
Okay. So now let's write quickly a module. And what we'll do is we'll go down. So press return after line 1 a couple times. Okay. So everything in Pact is a module that is not a REPL. So what we're going to do is we're going to define what's called the module. So again, make braces or parentheses, sorry, and then write module. And it's going to be Bardice. You're going to call this module Bardice.
Okay.
And then we're going to call it, and then we have to give it the admin as well. So Bardice admin. So with the single quote, of course, because it's a variable. So go space.
Sorry, module Bardice and now single quote.
Bardice admin. So you have to have this key set to use this module, and that's what you're telling it here.
Okay.
Okay, and then press return a couple times, just to and then just give a little quote in there. So press space twice just to tab it out.
Okay.
And then double quotes, and then you just tell people what it is. So what is it? Function or module for playing a Bardice game. I like to comment. I'm crazy like that.
No, I think you do it because when you look at something like this and you have nothing to go for, I mean, you don't know what it is, right? This is not easy to understand. If there's this kind of comments, I think we should do this for future people who are reading the code, right?
Yeah, I'm a little psychotic with my comments. I'm not going to lie. Never stop. It's just I comment more than I code, actually, because I don't want people to misunderstand me. So, in the interest of time, I don't know how far we'll get, but let's actually see if we can run your function now.
Oh, it's done? Okay.
Yeah, that's the module. That's it. And all modules are tables and functions and key sets, which allow access to that. So that's all it is. It's so simple. So what you want to do now is you want to go and grab. So remember, I told you how to select multiple lines in Linux.
Shift.
Or sorry, go down to line 9. Press V for virtual mode.
Oh no, V. Okay.
And press down a few times to highlight it all.
Okay.
So you get it all.
Yep.
And then what you want to do then, I believe, is you can press D. No, D is delete.
Yeah, I didn't do it because of that.
I think it's K. Try K.
Nope.
No. Oh, gee.
C?
No, I don't think it's C. I don't know. Let me check. Jeez, it's been so long. So use Vim. Vim. Cut. Cut is X, I think.
X? Let's go for it.
Hold on. I feel foolish right now. My brain is tired. Yeah. Yeah. Gee whiz. Double Y.
Oh, double Y. Okay. Nope.
So yeah, press double Y.
It just makes a sound.
Y?
Double Y like W, right?
No, Y.
Oh.
Yeah, Y.
2 times?
See? 5 lines yanked.
Okay.
See? That means you yanked those lines. You got it. So now go up to line 3. Or sorry, 6. Sorry, the numbering is weird because of my plugin. And then press insert. And now you want to P for paste.
Just P?
Yeah.
Just write to P.
Oh, sorry, escape P. Not in insert. Sorry, not in insert mode. That's my bad.
Okay.
P.
He just copied the first line.
Okay.
Let's go V and delete this, right? D?
Yeah, D. Or DD. Yeah, or D. Yeah, that's good.
And now V. We're gonna get YY.
5 lines yanked. Now you should be able to paste it.
P, right?
Yeah, Martin's gonna kill me for not knowing my Vim, but okay, whatever. How about we just delete that, delete it and write it again? It's just an interest in time.
Yeah, let's just write it again first, and then I'll delete it.
Relearn all my Vim again. It said 5 lines. Yeah. Or no, we want to do that inside the module though, Afonso. Not outside the module like that.
Oh, sorry.
So
Okay.
let's just erase the whole thing. We will rewrite the function.
No worries. Okay, inside. Oh. Right here, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's do it. Defun. So why are we writing this in here again?
Because inside the module, you need to define the functions that exist in the module
Okay.
and can only be accessed by the key set Bardice admin. Right. So you're protecting your functions. Exactly. And now just mock.
And
okay.
hello world.
We can actually just leave it as that. Well, okay.
Sure. Just so we understand that that one isn't going to be printed, right?
Yeah, that's right. And then just escape V, delete all that.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the dungeon for not knowing my Vim. I can just sense it already. So as KDABet, you go into the dungeon if you screw up like that.
I think this looks kind of cramped. That let's. Okay.
Yeah, here's how you do it. So press escape again.
I think it looks better like this, no? Just so we know what's going on.
Don't forget to close off your function. You forgot to close it off after hello world.
Here, right?
I'll show you how to indent really quick. So go down one.
Okay, sorry.
Close parentheses.
Okay.
You see it's highlighted? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now press V.
Oh.
Or sorry,
escape.
And then go up all the way to defun.
Okay.
And then press shift greater sign or greater sign.
Oh, cool.
Oh, geez, you got to set it to be what? No, that's fine.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it's too much. It's 8 characters. You can set it in.
Okay.
Anyways, that's fine.
No, but for now, let's just leave it like that.
Okay, that function is going to run, so that's fine. So what we want to do is let's
right Q.
Yeah, let's get out of there. Now I think we're done. Actually, there's actually one thing to write. Actually, go back to the pact. There's one thing we missed.
Okay.
Go all the way to the bottom there. And we can write a greeting so that when we run the REPL, we know we made it to the end. So it's just a string.
Just a string?
Yeah. Say, welcome to Bardice game. Almost at the end here. So we won't get into all the cool stuff because we got rugged. But then the next session, we'll really start writing a bunch of stuff. And we'll get all of this Vim stuff figured out in the background. So that's it. Now we should be able to run the REPL. So the way you do that is you go Pact.
Dot? No.
Or Pact.
Yeah.
No, just Pact. Yeah, press return.
Sorry.
Now you're running Pact now.
Yeah, I'm running Pact, okay.
Now what you want to do is you want to double parentheses always. And you're going to load up the REPL. It needs to know what to load, right? So you go load, and then double quotes, bardice.repl.
Enter?
Enter. Okay. What, do we have a problem here? Oh, yeah, you got to get rid of that second single quote there. Whoopsie. So you got a bug.
Oh, it's just one quote. Oh, because it's a variable, right? I don't think I knew that at the time. Okay, so we leave Pact, Control C. No, how do we leave Pact?
Control D.
D, sorry. Okay, Control D. Now we go to REPL.
Why it's control. Yeah.
REPL. And we go. We do insert and go there.
Rid of that second one there. Yeah.
That's nice.
Now save it up. WQ.
And let's go to Pact. And there we go.
Welcome to Bar Dice game. So you know
Woohoo!
everything is loaded up. You got your hash there. It's the simplest possible thing you can do. Now we should have bardice.pack loaded, which means that module has been loaded, which means that function is available.
Okay.
So let's actually see if we could run that function. So go double parentheses. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to write bardice dot hello.
Hello world.
Isn't that amazing?
And there we have it. We wrote a pact function or a pact module with a function
we
inside.
ran a REPL. We loaded a module in the REPL. We know the function got loaded now into our interface, and then we can run the function.
Okay, that's good. So that's kind of the summary of what we did today, right?
Attention is probably getting pretty slim now, but so we're already over an hour. But
yep.
You know, in the next time, we'll be totally prepared now to actually build an application. So the next goal in the next video that we do, we should write an application where we can log in as ourselves, roll some dice, play a game, and get an output, and then see all of that happen, and then push that to testnet. So how do we actually push this to the blockchain? Okay. Well, there's a thing called testnet, but you know, we don't want to push hello world to the blockchain because I mean, I love being told hello, but it's a worthless program, right? And
not worth a guess. Not worth a guess.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe before we go, I know it's going to be really, really long, but maybe we can just look at a lot of those functions in the documentation that we looked at. So let's go here, and I want to just type in env in search docs. Env data, env, so environmental data.
Oh, env. Sorry. Env data, like that, or with a space?
Dash data. And we just want to know what the heck was going on. Yeah, there we go. Like, what is this stuff? Like, we should actually explain that. So look at what Kadena is telling us here. So when we set that stuff up in the REPL, we're setting a transaction JSON data either as encoded string or as pack types coerced to JSON. Well, I don't know how helpful that is, but
for me, it's zero helpful. I don't even know what the JSON data is. So I guess it's like a way to encrypt
it's
data.
That object we were creating, that's called JSON, key value pair.
Oh, okay.
So I guess what they're saying is we're setting up transaction data. Like, it's not helpful. It's terrible, guys. You got to say what it is rather than what you're doing. Say what it is. I think that's very important. That's my one criticism today. And then maybe type in begin -tx.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so frustrated. They don't say what that is. That's okay. Nobody's perfect.
They'll get there. They'll see this video and like, oh my god, we need to change that.
You see, so this is simply they're very, very terse in their documentation. So this is a begin transaction and then the commit transaction. So you see all these things we wrote, you can come here and kind of learn what they are. So this is like your Bible, right? And I hope that Kadena makes it even more explicit, where they're really, really explaining what the heck's going on with these lines. But everything we wrote is here, and you can go and find all of that stuff. But for now, that's it. So we learned how to install Linux, get Vim going, get the Vim Pact going, and write a function, write a module, and then load that up with a REPL and actually see it spit out on the screen. So you can test things in Linux, and that's it. So the next time we meet, probably next week if you're available, we can really get into the building of an actual application that is cool. So we'll be doing bar dice, and we'll throw some dice, and we can get all of that in there. And
will we have a UI for to go with it, or just code?
Yeah, I think what I could do is I can pre-code that. So what I do is I use a language called Elixir to do that, where you can create a nice API. So instead of an API, what we're doing is we're typing in the commands in the Pact prompt itself, right? So when we did hello world, you were typing that in yourself, but you can actually use an API to ask the same thing.
Okay.
With front end code by like clicking a button, and then it actually does that bardice.hello function for you
Okay.
and gets you a message and returns it and all that stuff. But we'll take care of that later. The
Mm.
very first thing we want to do in tutorial number 2 is actually write all of the functions that we need to play a dice game. That's going to be
Okay.
probably a good hour long for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll leave it at there because the tension is probably getting.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. We're getting a little bit uh, too tired, and the audience probably as well. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And next week, I see. I think there's no issue with doing that next week. We'll go to Pact lesson number 2, and we'll write the functions for the game. We'll have to figure out how to do the random number generation. I think that was an issue, right?
Oh,
Um,
I'll figure it out. That's for sure.
I'm sure you will. And I hope you guys join us again. And that's it. See you next time.
Cool.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Steve.
Afonso.
See ya. Okay.